14. Holy shit. Hey, everybody. Great to see y'all on here right at 5 o'clock. I love that. It's always interesting to pick times for these tour info sessions, but the good thing is it's recorded, so you can watch it later. I am JJ Bell. I co-own Excite Experiences. If you're new to us, welcome. If you are a returner like Dave and Jill and Michael, so great to have you back here. We were just on the other night talking about another trip, and now we're on again here this evening. We are talking about the Panama Canal Cruise, which is new to Excite here for 2027. It is an amazing cruise that we've heard a lot about, and we're so excited to offer it here the Excite way. So we're going to kind of go over that a little bit and discuss kind of in detail what goes on with this type of cruise and the brochure. You can also find all this information on our website, excitemytravel.com. You can go there and download the entire itinerary brochure there as well. So if you haven't, you can follow along there. Otherwise, call our office and request a brochure as well. So without further ado, let's get started. We have the Panama Canal Cruise 2027. This is April 3rd through the 20th, 2027. So less than a year away. It is 18 days, and it is the full Panama Canal Cruise experience that you would be familiar with. It's going to be from Florida to California, all the way through. And so you're going to depart actually from Fort Lauderdale. So with an Excite experience, we take care of everything. So you just pay once, and then from there on, then you're pretty much all set. And so this includes the cruise, the airfare, and a pre-night hotel. Okay, because we don't want to fly on the day that you depart on the cruise in case something gets mixed up with the cruise. So we have that included. That's my dogs trying to get in. And so we will have that all booked for you. And so what we're going to do is, so we will book all the flights for you and everything, and then we will let you know what the flights are. If you are traveling from Omaha, Des Moines, Sioux Falls, St. Louis, Kansas City, Denver, we will arrange all of those flights, and then we'll send you all the information so that you all meet up with the group. The guide will leave from Omaha, and so then they will fly, and we'll talk about how to coordinate with the pickup points as well at the airport. And then once you get to the airport, you would grab your luggage, and then the charter bus will pick us up and take us to our hotel. And then just based on the type of time of flights that they get into Fort Lauderdale, it's usually in the afternoon, and so there isn't much time to wait to check in, so we can do that right away with our group. And then we'll get checked in, and then we'll go do a dinner together. I did a princess cruise like we're doing here last year, and we ate at this amazing seaside restaurant. It was so gorgeous. The food was amazing. They did a great job with our group, so we'll probably be back to enjoy that with them. And then we'll go to sleep. And then the next day, the hotel really isn't that far away from the cruise terminal, so we'll jump on a charter bus. We have a private transfer that's included in your package as well, and it'll take us to the Princess Cruise Port in Fort Lauderdale. And so we usually get there about 11:30-ish before noon. And so we'll leave the hotel and pretty much go right there. Once you get there with your bags, they will take them off of our charter bus for us. They will already have luggage tags on them. We will do that before we leave the hotel. And so that'll be the last time you pretty much see your luggage until it's in your room. So from there, then we will go through customs and the security check-in process. Which surprised me about boarding one of these ships is that I thought, wow, this is going to take forever to get checked in. Florida can be warm. But honestly, you see a line outside, but it went by so incredibly fast. They have this down to a science. So basically you have your passport with you, you have your carry-on or backpack, whatever you want to take with you that you need for kind of a few hours. And then you're going to go through the check-in line. Like you said, you'll already have the reservations, you'll already be checked in. But then what they'll do is they will give you your medallion. So this has got the medallion system on it. We'll talk about that. And then they'll, make sure that you don't have anything you're not supposed to on the cruise ship in your bags. And then you'll have your room assignment already. You'll already know that well in advance. And then they'll walk you up to the ship. And when you get on, they tell you what your muster station is. And so that's the very first thing you have to do is we'll get on the ship. and then we'll go find our muster station. And it depends on what room you're in, what room number, that's what one you go find. And so there's people all over the place to help you find it. And then once you find it, you will scan your medallion, and then they'll know that you did that. The other thing you have to do is you have to watch the safety video. So when you get to your room eventually, when they're ready to get checked in, then you can then you can check in, and you can watch the video on your TV screen, and they know which room did that. So, and they basically make announcements all day to make sure everybody does it before the ship disembarks, because technically it's maritime law that everybody finds their muster station and watches the safety video. It's not intense. It's pretty easy to understand, so you'll be all set there. Things we learned about the last time we did the cruise is that we will have everybody download the Princess app ahead of time, and then we will talk through that before we get separated so that you know how to use it, because it is very, very, very helpful on the ship. Not only can you use it as a map and find where you're going live, it tells you all about everything that happens every day. It has all the places to make your reservations. It has the chat feature, which I thought was probably the most important, and as a way to communicate with everybody, because not everybody has Wi-Fi or cell service or whatever, and it's a way to communicate with guests. The other good thing about it is that you will actually be able to see if you friend people, like if you friend our group or you friend other people on the ship that you meet, you can see where they are on the ship. So, if you are traveling with friends, you can say, hey, we're going to be buddies on the app. And then you can see, they're on the promenade deck. I'm going to go find them. And so you can go find them. And it makes it really easy, because on these larger ships, it takes a little bit of getting used to figure out where you are. The rooms are usually ready about 2 o'clock. And then they have tours of the ship that people can go on all day. So what I did was we got everybody on the ship. We went and found something to eat. You just go and find wherever. There's several restaurants on board. Go find something to eat, sit by the pool, go to the pool if you buy your swimsuit. The ship is open to use, just like a resort, ready to go. So you can do everything. You can shop. You can do whatever you want. The only thing you can't do is get to your room until it's ready. But they will call the bell, I think, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it'll tell the rooms are ready. And then when you walk up to your room and to your door, since you have the medallion on, it will unlock the door for you. So it's automatic. So it knows you're close by, and then it will unlock the door and you can go in. The cruise that we are doing, this has, let's see here, 2 different prices that we've priced out. We have the ocean view and the balcony rooms. If you're interested in an inside stateroom, you can give us a buzz. We can certainly get a price for you. But in my experience, I think those are probably the best 2 options for you. And you can find that on the brochure here. We'll talk about that. And then once you've done all those things and found something to eat, and did your ship tour, so you figure out, I would highly suggest that, because it took me a long time to figure out where everything was. Do the ship tour. You got nothing else to do, so I would do the ship tour, especially because you're going to be spending some time on the ship on this tour, because it's 18 days. So do the ship tour, and then we'll depart the port. And so you leave Fort Lauderdale, and you're going to head south. The TV in your room will have this channel on it that Princess puts together every day, and it's got the cruise host, and they talk about all the things that are going on that night. So it's got, and that day. So everything you can think of, there's a million activities on board, from cooking classes to bingo to karaoke to all the live performances, endless things to do. I could not believe how many things there were to do besides the regular things like the pools and the spas and the spa, the track, the tennis courts, the water slide, all that stuff on board. Princess tends to be a little bit more of an adult crowd, so there's a lot fewer. I didn't notice hardly any kids on there, and I certainly didn't notice them during the day. They must have been at the daycare or something. I don't know, but so it's appropriate for our demographic to go. I felt like it was a really fun time. Didn't feel bothered by a bunch of little ones running around. Then the next day is a sea day. And so every day they'll also put on your bed a printed pamphlet that has all the times of when things are open and all the activities that they have going on, because they're different every day. And so you can go kind of plan out your day that way. I thought it was fun to try different food places every day, because that was great. Some days I read in my room on my balcony. They have room service. You can order 24/7. They have a menu. You can order it. It didn't take very long either. I mean, it was probably 15 minutes, and then whatever I ordered was in my room. So you can do all of that. That's really fun. That's included in your tour as well. So that's a great service to have. But I mean, there's just so many things to do. In fact, I will show you what the ship looks like here. Here is this. Oh, Elliot. Yep. Here. So let me share my screen real quick. So here is what the ship we will be on. This is the Crown Princess, and so it is not. It holds about 3,000 people. So I went on the Star Princess. It's a brand new ship, and we did the Bahamas and stuff, and it was 6,000. So it's basically double this size. So this is a really great manageable ship. So it holds 3,000 people, and this is what's called I just had this at the tip of my tongue here. The promenade. So this hosts live events in the circle, and everything sort of centers around the ship in this place. So they've got elevators, they've got the stairways, and then that's the middle of the ship. So if you ever get you feel like you're lost somewhere, just go towards the middle and you'll find the atrium, and then you'll be able to find your way around. There's also 1 billion staff members, so they're always around to help answer questions about where you are, where you want to go. And if you have the app, you'll know where to go because it'll be like a little radar that you can find yourself on. So let's see here. This is some other pictures of the sanctuary. We'll talk about the sanctuary. We did the Super Bowl was on when we were there, so we watched the Super Bowl on the big screen over the pool at night. That was amazing. So again, endless things to do here on the cruise. Okay, so then the next day, day 4, is another sea day. So guests aboard the Stunning Crown Princess will find plenty of stuff to do while they're enjoying life at sea. Start your morning on a walk or jog on the outdoor track, maybe. Enjoy the sweeping ocean views. They have a state-of-the-art fitness center. I upgraded to do the spa package, and I use it almost every day. It was amazing. It's top of the line. They have all kinds of things in there. You can do treatments. You can do massages, facials, all of that stuff you can do there. And it's spectacular. I thought they did a really good job. And I didn't think it was unreasonably priced for what you would pay on land. So definitely, if you're treating yourself, it's worth booking some of those. You can book them on your app. You can call down to the spa and book them. You can call guest services and they will book them for you. It's very easy to do that. And then day 5 is when you get to your first port. It's Cartagena, Colombia. It's the vibrant and historic city center of Cartagena, one of the Caribbean's most captivating ports. It once was the gateway for Spain's vast South American treasures. Cartagena features rich colonial charm, colorful architecture, and centuries of fascinating history. And so you can wander the beautiful preserved city. They also have excursions that you can book. Once you are booked with Excite, we will send you your confirmation number with Princess, and then you can go online and book excursions in advance. So if there's things that you really, really want to do, because there's tons of them, and there will be a lot on this, look through them all, take a night together, whoever you're traveling with, and look through them all. Any ones that you are certain you want to book those. And then if there's something that you're like, I'm not sure, just wait until you get on the ship, and then you can book them while you're on the ship. And that worked out well for me. Okay, so you're going to be in Cartagena, so there'll be all kinds of great things. And then what you do is when you get off the ship, they'll tell you, if you're on an excursion, they will tell you where the excursion is leaving from or where to wait. So sometimes you wait in the theater, sometimes you wait in a certain area of the ship, and it's on your ticket that you get in your room. And then you'll go down there, and then when it's your turn to disembark, they'll come get you, and you'll scan your medallion when you get off the ship. And then you'll go and you'll be guided right to, if you're taking some bus somewhere or doing something, they will basically handhold you every step of the way so you don't get lost somewhere. And then you'll do your excursion all day long, and then you'll come back. And then when you get back on the ship, you go through a mini security. You have to scan your bags like the airport, and then scan your badge back in. That's how they know they've got everybody back on board. And then you're back on the ship, and you can do what you'd like. You don't have to do any excursions. You can just get off the ship and walk around. I did that in some of the ports, and that was really nice. If you want to book excursions that are not with Princess, you can. The only challenge that you'll hear from everybody is if they're late, the cruise ship won't wait for them. If it's a Princess excursion, they'll wait for them to get back. I haven't had that happen yet. Also, there's so many with Princess. I don't know why you would go with somebody else, but if you find something, maybe there's something you're interested in that you can check out. I would suggest booking with Princess just to be on the safe side. And then in the evening, they blow the horn and off we go again. Day 6 is another sea day as you approach the Panama Canal. And then finally on day 7, you will actually travel through the Panama Canal. So this is the original Panama Canal. We go through the locks. The cruising through the Panama Canal is truly one of the highlights of the voyage. It's one of the reasons that we're doing this cruise. The biggest reason, over the course of approximately 8 hours it takes to get through them, you'll experience firsthand the incredible engineering marvel that is that the ships navigate as they manage the locks connecting the Atlantic to the Pacific. It actually was completed in 1914, which is crazy that they had that technology back then. After years of ambitious construction and innovation, the canal remains one of the greatest architectural achievements of the modern world. Guests will spend the day on board enjoying the scenic views, fascinating transit process, and surrounding tropical landscapes as the ship makes its full canal crossing. Um, there aren't any shore excursions or anything because you're on the ship going through the locks. So it's really fascinating to watch. And there are so many bars and lounges to sit in and watch if you don't want to stay in your room, that you can get great views of, as you're traveling through that day. So that'll be really, really cool to see. And then on day 8, you are going to visit Panama City. So after you get out of the locks, you're going to be in Panama City. And this is where you can get off and do some more shore excursions. This is at the Pacific entrance of the Panama Canal. The scenic causeway was created by linking 4 small islands with rocks that they got from making the Panama Canal. Today, the area features a lively marina, waterfront restaurants, shops, and beautiful views of Panama City. So you will be able to spend the day there and shop or do excursions, and then at evening, you'll jump back on. Day 9, you can relax. It's a sea day, so you can relax by the pool as you start your way north. You could check out the movies under the stars. You could enjoy the casino. That was really fun. I did it twice. I'm not a big gambler, but I thought, well, I'm on the ship. I might as well try it. So I put a little bit of money in the slot machines, and I won both nights, and I left with the money. I quit while I was ahead, so that was fun. But that was really, really cool to experience the casinos on board. So it was neat. Then day 10, you're going to be in Punta Arenas, Costa Rica. The rumors of gold and vast riches could only mean that this section of Central America was the Costa Rica, the rich coast. Hailed as the Switzerland of the Americas, Costa Rica occupies a unique position lying between 2 oceans and 2 continents. On both coasts, tropical rainforests rise to the mountains of the interior, many of which soar 13,000 feet above sea level. In the west, a seemingly endless succession of brown sand beaches forms as the nation's Pacific coast. Punta Arenas is your gateway to Costa Rica's wonderful capital and the capital of San Jose. So my best friend grew up in San Jose in Costa Rica, and it is one of the most beautiful places ever. The beaches are amazing. So again, if you want to, I'm sure they often have like excursions to beach clubs and or city tours, or the cloud forest is there, so you can take a journey up to the rainforest. Jerry Lynch, when can you book excursions? If you already booked with us, we will send you your confirmation numbers. I'll write it down to do that, and then you can go online. You should be able to start booking them already. You can go on there and pick out those excursions. Day 11, then you'll leave Costa Rica, and you're gonna have a sea day. Day 11. Again, you can do. They have different types of like educational talks. They have wellness talks. They have yoga. They have Pilates. They have every kind of exercise class you can think of. They've got book clubs. They've got different type of like people meetups. They might have a veterans meetup. They might have, who knows, all kinds of different meetups that you can go meet people that are interested in the same thing as you. I caught up on reading. I worked a lot, obviously, because I've always got stuff to do. Only excited. So I worked from my room. It was great to have the music on or have the TV on and have the balcony door open and just enjoy the ocean as it went by. It's really, really cool. The ships don't just travel on their own out in the middle of nowhere. They're in shipping lanes. So oftentimes you see other ships that are traveling and traversing the same thing. And you probably see some heading the other way, going back through the canal the other way. So, it is well worth it. I enjoyed every minute I spent on the ship. They are truly amazing. Marvels of modern technology, really are spectacular. And the endless bars and restaurants that you can enjoy on the ship and eat. Like I went to a restaurant twice and I tried something different, because there's different levels of restaurants. You have your cafes, then you've got your main dining rooms, you've got your buffet rooms, and then you've got your private, your specialty dining experiences that you can book also. So endless. And the food was spectacular. I've only ever experienced this cruise situation as sort of like an all-inclusive resort. And so when I did my all-inclusive, I didn't have that great of experience with the food. And so I thought maybe that's how the cruise ship was. But I was shocked. The food was amazing. I think I had one of the best steaks I've ever had, and I live in Nebraska, on that ship, that Princess ship. It was so good. And the servers were amazing, and they're always so kind, and they want you to come back and dine with them. So it was awesome. I look forward to it all day, figuring out what restaurant I was going to pick out. So super, super. You will find plenty of things to do on the ship as you enjoy it. All right, day 12 is Punta Chipata. Experience the beauty and culture of this city, the historic city of Tapachula, surrounded by lush tropical landscapes and Sierra Madre mountains. This vibrant region is known for its rich history, colorful markets, coffee plantations, and warm hospitality. From tropical flowers and mango groves to charming local traditions, you'll find plenty to do here at this port. So again, you can look through all the different experiences and short excursions to do there. Maybe today you want to stay on the ship, or maybe you want to just venture into town a little bit and hang out, or find a local beach. I spent one day, I just walked down as far as I could and found a beach that was a little further away from everywhere. You could also get a taxi and go further if you want to. You just got to kind of make sure, keep track of time so you come back to the ship on time. But it was great. There was plenty to do. Day 13, we're making our way up the coast towards California. We will be in Huatulco, Mexico. Huatulco, one of Mexico's most beautiful hidden gems along the Pacific coast, famous for its 9 stunning bays and dozens of golden sand beaches. Huatulco offers crystal clear waters, lush tropical scenery, and more relaxed atmosphere than many other resort destinations. It's surrounded by rainforest-covered mountains and a protected ecological reserve. This coastal paradise perfectly blends the natural beauty, warm sunshine, and the authentic Mexican charm. So maybe today's the day you lay out on the beach. You can just do that on your own. You don't have to go to a resort. Otherwise, you can certainly book an excursion that you can have reserved lounge chairs and cocktail service and all of the amenities you can have there. Some ports have like a princess-specific resort, and so then you can just get off and walk to that one, and they'll let you know that on the ship on which ports those are at as you get to your excursions and everything. Day 14 is a sea day, so you'll spend another day at sea traveling north. So again, maybe you'll enjoy the shows. I saw 80s tribute. I saw a Divas tribute. I saw an amazing magician. It was crazy how he could do that stuff on the ship, and like mind blowing. I've never seen tricks like that before. I think he like ate half a dollar bill, and then the other half was in an apple, and then he put the both back together somehow. I mean, it was crazy. That was really cool. We had candlelight concerts on the ship, so we did that. They had like late night dancing, so we'd go out and dance late, starting at like 11. So there really is everything to do, and it changes every single night. There's no repeats. They had a Celine Dion tribute in that main center of the ship. Just like I said, endless things to do and see every single day. It was really cool. We also saw a comedian. They have like the light version and then the adult version a little later, and they're both hilarious. And like they're good comedians, and everybody was laughing, so it was really cool. Day 15, this is Puerto Vallarta. I usually visit Puerto Vallarta every year. I love Puerto Vallarta. It's a great place. The people are amazing there. It's beautiful. You've got the kind of low ridge mountains in the back. Puerto Vallarta is sleepy no more. Its transformation into an international resort has begun. Director John Huston chose the village as the location for the film Night of the Iguana, starring Richard Burton. Today, the city has its own Gringo Gulch, kind of a group of rich and famous. Travelers are also drawn by its climate, its excellent shopping, and it offers great values on leather goods, jewelry, and handcrafts, and mile after mile of palm-lined beaches. The food's amazing. We did all kinds of activities here. It was just a really great place to be. Like I said, I love Puerto Vallarta. It's super cool. They usually shoot off fireworks at night from the pier. There's great shopping in that area too after the port. I would say when you get to Puerto Vallarta, take the excursion that goes down to Old Town. That is an amazing district. It's kind of like if you're in Omaha, like the Old Market, but Puerto Vallarta's version of it, and it's really cool. Lots of local shops and restaurants, and we did a chocolate making class one day. It was really cool. So Puerto Vallarta, not a place to miss. We loved it. And then you've got 2 more sea days, day 16 and 17. And then on day 18, you will return to Los Angeles. And you usually get to the port in the morning. And then the night before, for the group, we have like our own group disembarkation time. So I will have picked the time. You'll get the packet in your room. It tells you what time to have your luggage outside your door, and then they take it all for you. And then keep your carry-on with you, whatever you need for the couple hours, because then you still have time. The ship is still open. We went and had breakfast and just sort of hung out. And then they call your color, and when they call your color, then you disembark the ship. And then you go get your luggage, and it's super easy. And then our private shuttle driver will pick us up, and they'll take us either to the airport right away, or if our flights are a little later in the afternoon, then we will do something. So we'll fill up the time. Last time when we came back to Fort Lauderdale, we did the Flamingo Gardens. We went to a beach, and we filled up the time. So we won't just have you just sit around at the airport all day if that's when the flights are. But otherwise, it's very, very simple and fast. And again, we'll take care of all the transportation and everything. So that's that. All right. So here's the nitty gritty. So the deposit's $1,000. We got to send that right to the cruise ship to pay, the deposit on the rooms. So you can put that on. It's per person. The order form has a sheet for each one. We do need all of your passport information. So have that ready when you make the reservation. Okay. So you have your ocean view and your balcony staterooms. The ocean view is $41.99 per person. And it includes airfare. We also have the balcony stateroom. That's $54.99. Okay. And then it tells you a little bit about what's included in your rooms. I actually have pictures of them. Let me see here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going to share you. This is you can go to the share this time. So here is the ocean view room. Make sure you can see that. So that's the ocean view room. You can go on to Princess and look at all the rooms. This is specifically on the Crown Princess. And then this is the balcony rooms. And then you've got a mini suite. If you want to upgrade to other suites, we can do that too. This is the prices listed. We can certainly call and get an upgraded room as well. You've got your reserve collection, which we'll talk about, and then your suites. If you want to go single, we can also do that for you. Those prices are listed there. And then you've got these upgrades called the Princess Plus and the Princess Premier. And it's kind of a lot to them. So we listed them in the brochure. And it's here, okay? And I'll just kind of do it really quickly. Your Princess Plus is, if you do it pre-cruise, so let us know you want to do that, it's $65 per day per person, okay? And it includes 15 drinks a day, which is cocktails, wine, beer, spirits, fountain soda drinks, and zero alcohol cocktails, your mocktails. You get all the specialty coffees and teas are unlimited. You get 12 bottles of water per day for free. And you'll have the casual dining meals for per guest. So you've got your buffets, and then you have your casual dinings, and then you've got your reserve dining, which is called specialty dining. So your Ocean Now delivery, which would be like your room service, is the fee is waived, and so Ocean Now delivery. Okay, take it back. Ocean Now delivery is like if you sat by the pool and you order food from your phone, they will find you with it and give it to you by the pool. It's so awesome. And then room service delivery is also included in that as well. So then you can get it delivered to your room, whatever you want. It's insane. And it includes one device per guest for Wi-Fi, which I would highly recommend. You should have Wi-Fi on the cruise. I know people want to disconnect, and that's cool, but just as to communicate with all of us, it would be a good idea. There is no shore excursion credit with that one. It doesn't include your gratuities. So $65 a day, and you're getting all that stuff, and it includes your ship gratuities. It's a great deal. So that is the Princess Plus. For the Princess Premier, first of all, I'll tell you, I did that the first time, the Princess Plus. The Princess Premier, this is $100 per day, booked pre-tour, pre-cruise. This is unlimited drinks, and that includes cocktails, wine, beer, spirits, fountain soda, zero alcohol drinks, all of that. Of course, your unlimited coffees and teas, up to 12 bottles of water a day. That's a lot of water, but it includes unlimited casual dining, unlimited specialty dining. So all the specialty restaurants you can go into, make reservations, that's all included. Yeah, of course, it includes your Ocean Now deliveries, your room service deliveries, 4 devices per guest for Wi-Fi. So that would be your cell phone, your laptop, your iPad, all that stuff. And then you get a shore credit excursion up to $300 per guest. So you would book your shore excursion, and they would credit you $300 at the end of the cruise. So you get that money back. It includes your crew appreciation. It also includes professional photos and reserved seating in the theater. I would have done that. Now that I know better, I would have just done the Princess Premier because I spent all that money anyway. Because if you don't have that package and you want to eat at the Premier dining, the what do they call that? The specialty dining restaurants, you can still make a reservation. On the ship I was on, it was $65 to eat there. Um, I also think it's well worth $65. So maybe you're like, I don't eat all that stuff. I'm not a big consumer, or I don't, eat that specialty food, or it's not my thing. Then maybe that's not for you. But I eat at a specialty dining place almost every day because I wanted to try them all out, and it was well worth the money. So that was 65 of the $100 a day I had spent on that. Plus, I ended up having to upgrade my Wi-Fi package because I had to work. So I had a work phone, Wi-Fi, cell phone, my computer, and then of course the gratuities, because that's getting add up quite a bit per day. So well worth those packages, I would say. So we are also Excite also offers payment protection plans. So you can see the cancellation policy below. That is what this is here, and you can read that online and on the brochure. It's a little bit different for the cruises because of their payment structure, so check that out. But we have also a payment protection plan. So basically, you could cancel for any reason up to 24 hours in advance, and it's $325 for this tour. So we would give you a full refund, no questions asked. We would basically have to pay for the cruise and the airfare, so it's a good deal if something comes up last minute. That's a thing. If you are otherwise, we offer our travel insurance through TripMate, and so we have the basic and the deluxe packages, and you can read about those and what they cover. That is good for like airplane delays and all that kind of stuff. It does happen. We had the New York City tour go out and come back, and they were delayed a whole day. Of course, it was fun. It was great. Everybody had a good time, but they were delayed because of weather, and the airline didn't cover any of that stuff because weather's not covered. And so people were able to file all those, their meals and their hotel night. Well, we covered the hotel night actually, but normally you would cover the hotel night yourself, and then that would be covered under insurance. So things to think through, not required, but something to think about. And then let's see here. And then the shore excursions, like I said, you'll get your confirmation number. We'll send those out to you, and then you can start looking and booking those in advance. I think you can also cancel them on the ship up to like 72 hours or 24 hours in advance, something like that. So if you pick them now and pay for them, you can get a refund, and they'll talk about that on the ship. So yeah, it's a spectacular thing. I wasn't sure if I was going to be a cruise person until I went on one, and I am obsessed. So I am guiding the February cruise to the Western Caribbean on Princess. I'm supposed to guide the Panama Canal Cruise, so we will see. 18 days is a long time for me to be gone. So, but the good thing about this one is I can work from the ship, so that's not so bad. But so I might be on this as your guide. And then we also changed our Alaska tour, our Alaska Landing Cruise tour to Princess as well, because I think Princess does an amazing job. I thought the ship was amazing. The staff was great. All the food was amazing. It's well worth the money. So let's see. What did I miss? What questions are out there for people that are on live? If you are not on live, you can just email us or call us with questions about the Panama Canal Cruise. We already have like 10 people booked for this, and we have, I think we have 15 rooms reserved. So we have almost half of them sold. So that's exciting, and we haven't really even published anything about this one yet. So that's super exciting. Yeah, I can't wait. I think it's a bucket list trip to see the Panama Canal. Everybody loves the tour. The weather's amazing. Yeah, it's a great getaway. Any questions? Faye, good to see you on here. Sherry, good to see you. Awesome. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you have more questions or think of anything, of course, email us. We'd love to answer them for you. If you want to get signed up, give us a buzz and we can do it for you, or you can jump online, excitedmytravel.com, and visit the website, and you can book online. It's very easy to do. And otherwise, we hope to see you on the cruise. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful Wednesday, and we cannot wait to travel with you. Have a great night, everybody.